And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. Happy Halloween to all you ghouls and goblins out there. Hope you're getting ready to go trick-or-treating tonight. Just make sure you give me all your good candy when you come home. Drop it off at my house, that's fine. So we're here at Jordan Lanes for our annual 8-game marathon. We are down to our final 8. What we do today for this tournament is a little bit different. We go into a bracket-style tournament. 1 verse 8, 2 verse 7, 3 verse 6, 4 verse 5. And these are 2-game matches, total pinfall. 2-game matches, total pinfall. Eric. So I'm pretty sure we'll be doing player introductions. Matt, tournament director Matt, is typing names into the computer. I can tell you scores were very low today. Unlike in prior years, I know 2 years ago, plus 400 was leading after 8. This year in Scratch, plus 26 is leading. The pattern today was Sphinx. 7 loads in the front, it was 40 feet. 7 loads in the front, a lot of hook in the back here. We do bowl on wood here at Jordan Lanes. And played tricky. Never really broke down either. The heads really never broke down. So your leader at plus 26 is Amelia Lamanowitz. Second at plus 20 is Darren Zombro, triple I. Ty Carr in third at plus 6. That's it for your plus in Scratch. Aiden Davis, minus 19 in fourth. Desmond Brown, minus 65 in fifth, so it really moves there. Mike Mazza, minus 66, is in sixth. Colton Miller, also at minus 66, is in seventh. So how we break ties here on PJBT is high score last game. And rounding out the top 8, Justin Rizzo at minus 76. It only took minus 76 to make the top 8 today. On the handicap side, your leader at plus 93, Giorgio Cipollini. Maddie Murray, plus 64 in second. Mason Matrazzo in third at plus 45. Paige Sakara, plus 19. Hunter Griffin, minus 7. Paige was in fourth. Hunter is in fifth. Max Murray, minus 10 in sixth. Christian Jones, minus 40 in seventh. And Deanna Schleyer, minus 75 in eighth. So minus 75 in Scratch. Handicap, minus 76 in Scratch. That's close. So as always, our message board is live and operational should you wish to chime in. Let me know what you're dressing up as tonight for Halloween. Let me know what your favorite candy is. That's a great question of the day. What is your favorite Halloween candy? I'm a traditionalist, of course. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Or an M&M. Maybe a Kit Kat. Ladies going to get me candy, right? I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. See ya. See you, Donald. So don't forget, next week, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is our annual team tournament. Who has the best team in the land? The rules for next week, all team members must bowl out of the same bowling center because the winning bowling center gets a $500 donation to their junior leagues courtesy of the PJBT. So if you put down a deposit by midnight tonight, you get a discount. That's at Leisure Lanes, our return to Leisure Lanes. We haven't been to Leisure for a couple of years now. Good.
Oh, that could be interesting. Okay, bowling fans, good afternoon and welcome to Jordan Lanes for the bracket finals of our Halloween edition of our 8-game marathon event today. It is about time to introduce our 8 finalists in each division who will be competing in single elimination 2-game head-to-head matches. The bracket will go from 8 to 4 to 2. Our 2 will then roll off for the title. Okay? Starting with the scratch division, our number 8 seed from Ogdensburg, New Jersey, Justin Rizzo.
Justin Rizzo, your number 8 seed in the scratch division.
Number 7 seed from Northampton, PA, Colton Miller.
Colton Miller, your number 7 seed.
Our number 6 seed from Spain, PA, Mike Massa.
Mike Massa, your number 6 seed.
Our number 5 seed from Harrisburg, PA, Desmond Brown.
Desmond Brown, your number 5 seed.
Our number 4 seed from Mount Penn, PA, Aiden Davis.
Aiden Davis, your number 4 seed.
Our number 3 seed from Parsippany, New Jersey, Ty Cara.
Ty Cara, your number 3 seed.
Our number 2 seed from Lebanon, PA, Darren Zombro III.
Darren Zombro III, the number 2 seed.
And our tournament leader at plus 26 for 8 games from Mount Arlington, New Jersey, Amelia Lamanowicz.
Amelia Lamanowicz, your top seed today.
Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our 8 scratch finalists. Okay. Now it's time to introduce our 8 handicap finalists. Our number 8 seed from Stroudsburg, PA, Diana Schlager.
Diana Schlager, your number 8 seed in the scratch division. Handicap division.
Christian Jones.
Christian Jones, your number 7 seed.
Our number 6 seed from Allentown, PA, Max Murray.
Max Murray, your number 6 seed.
Our number 5 seed from Lancaster, PA,
Hunter Griffin, your number 5 seed.
Our number 4 seed from Bethlehem, PA, Paige Sciarra.
Paige Sciarra, your number 4 seed.
Our number 3 seed from Summit Hill, PA, Mason Matrazo.
Mason Matrazo, your number 3 seed.
Our number 2 seed from Allentown, PA, Maddie Murray.
Maddie Murray, your number 2 seed.
And our tournament leader at plus 93 for 8 games from Malvern, PA, Giorgio Cipollone.
Giorgio Cipollone, your number 1 seed.
Have a nice hand for our 8 handicap finalists. Today, we will begin the round of 8 practice.
All right, so we'll keep you abreast on all the matches as best as we can. So the matches in front of us right now on the scratch side is the 2-7 matchup between Darren Zombro III and Colton Miller. And on the handicap side, we have the 1-8 matchup between Giorgio Cipollone and Diana Schlager. So once again, these are 2-game matches. Total pinfall moves on. Get some scoreboards up here for you. Do me a favor. Grab that chair and move it back before someone takes it. Sits there. Thank you. So the handicaps that you see up on the right, the match on the right, is their 1-game handicap. So Giorgio is giving Diana 35 pins a game. So for 2 games, he's going to have to beat her by 71. Paige is giving Hunter 29 pins a game. Max and Mason, that's a 1-pin match. Max is giving Mason 1 pin. And Christian is giving Maddie 9 pins. Once again, our message board is live and operational should you wish to chime in. Let me know where you're watching us from today. Question of the day, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our first of 3 rounds for the finals, our round of 8. For the live stream purposes for this game, the scratch division side, you'll see the match of number 2 seed Darren Zelbro against the number 7 seed Colton Miller. All of our other scratch matches will be happening to your left. We'll be updating those as they roll. On the handicap side, you'll get to see tournament leader Giorgio Cipollone taking on number 8 seed Diana Schlager. And all of our handicap matches will be happening to the right. Okay, so we'll update you as we go. All right, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our 16 remaining bowlers. Everybody just hit the right keys.
All right, and away we go. Looks like Darren Zombro will be starting us off. And doing what he does a lot once he hits the TV pairs or the live stream pairs, putting X's up on the board. Okay. All right, so we had to remind some of the handicap bowlers. A lot of new faces here today about how we do things in the finals. It's tournament style. Deanna with a strike. Giorgio comes back off of his first frame open. He puts up a strike of his own. Colton, unfortunately, starts open. Don't forget, these are best of 2 game matches. Total pinfall. Ten pin for Zombro. Giorgio crossing over to the Jersey side. Throws up a double. Zombro picks up his 10 pin. So far we have not had any 300s today. The 300 pot is approaching $500. Haven't had a 300 in a while, which is unusual for us. Ooh, solid 8 for Zombro. He converts the 8 pin. Diana up. The 4th. She had a pocket split in the 3rd and gets a break. Only leaves the 4 pin. Not sure she knew that until she turned around. Sir, you cannot sit there. I can't see around you. Can't see. No. Well, thank you, Tommy. I know I'm crushing it. You know, I've been doing this for quite a long time now. Giorgio working on a double. 10 pin. Good shot. Zombro crossing over. Saw that a few times last week. Giorgio up in the 5th. Crossed over, left the final 10. See if he goes for 1 or tries to make it. Don't forget, he's given 35 pins a game here. And he gets the 1. Diana crossing over with a strike. Up in the 5th, trying to convert a 6-10. He was on a double. He converts. Yes, Danielle, there's a lot of girls that have made it to the finals. You're watching one of them bowl in front of us right now. Scratch division, the leader, Amelia Lomanowitz. Well, Colton left something that you don't want to leave. Giorgio crossing over, leaving the 3-9. Zombro with a split. Looking down over the scratch matches, looks like Mike Mazza with an early lead over Ty Cara. Desmond Brown over Aiden Davis. And I can't quite see that final match down there. Yomanowitz up by about 20, I'm told. Good shot there by Giorgio, striking the 7th. The handicap side, Hunter is up on Page. It's like Mason is up on Max. And Maddie with a slight lead on Christian. Diana with a split. See if she goes for 2 here. Joining me in the broadcast booth at the moment, Tournament Director Matt. He doesn't like to talk a lot. He's a little shy. We'll see if we can get him to say something here.
Yeah. Hello there, everyone. How we doing today? Hope everyone's dressed up for Halloween. I have my costume on.
Yes, I heard you went as a tournament director.
I did. I did.
I went as a skinny person.
Interesting.
Yes. I had everybody fooled, too. Next week, I'm going as Jason Albright.
Jason Albright is correct. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You keep everyone up to date on the close matches. I'll go find the hard to see matches.
All right.
I'll let you know what we got.
So Zombro with a roughly 22-pin lead on Colton Miller. Maz is up by about 46.
On our match and scratch for the tournament leader, Amelia Lamanowitz, she has a 5-pin lead through 8 frames of the first game.
Looks like Aiden Davis looks like he's down by 18 or so against Desmond. I'm seeing that, right?
Down on the handicap side, the extreme match to the right, we have number 7, Christian Jones, and number 2, Maddie Murray bowling. And they are even, dead even, with handicap after 7 frames.
Giorgio up now in the ninth, working off of a double. Comes in high, leaves a 3-6-10.
That's because you're imitating.
All right, Giorgio with an open in the ninth. He's got 195 with his handicap. So Deanna with some strikes to take game 1. We'll have the lead after game 1. If she goes strike 9, spare in the 10th, and Giorgio strikes out, they would be tied. And she gets the strike. All right, so 222 with a handicap for Diana. Giorgio with a double will take the lead. So we have a little delay. All of the lanes all of a sudden went back to practice. Interesting. So Zombro up by 13 over Colton. Giorgio, you do not start. Deanna starts this match. Deanna starts this game. Both Miller and Zombro start out with spares to start game 2. On the handicap side, Schlager started with a spare. Let's see if Cipollone counts. He does not. Giorgio opens in the second. Zombro went spare. Maz is going to be up on Cara after game 1. Colton goes high in the third. Deanna goes through the nose, leaves a split. Mazza shoots 209. So he'll be up by at least 50. Looks like Desmond Brown is up by 4 over Aiden Davis. 14, he shot 196. 210. Okay. 14 pins, 210, 196. What was the score of their game 1? 190 to 170?
Yeah.
Amelia was up by 20 after game 1. Maz is up on Cara by 63. So
That is correct.
Diana with a nice shot in her fourth frame.
Oh, I got to reset it. Okay. Okay, so let's summarize game number one.
Yes.
So we had Amelia Lamanowitz.
You go ahead. I'm going to go down there and look at score.
Game one went to Amelia Lamanowitz on 3 and 4 over Justin Rizzo, 190 to 170. In our match on 5 and 6, Desmond Brown had 210 to Aiden Davis's 196. On 7 and 8, we had Mike Massa shooting 209, beating Taikara 146. And then you guys got to watch Darren Zombro win his match 185 to 172. That's the game one results of the two-game match. Again, it's a two-game match for our bowlers. On the handicap side, we had Diana Schlager defeating our tournament leader Giorgio Cipollone 222 to 201. Looks like between Paige and Hunter on 13 and 14, they have a close match going. 4 pins separate them 4 frames into the second game. Hunter Griffin has a 4-pin lead. On 15 and 16, Max Murray has a 6-pin lead on Mason Matrazo. And on 17 and 18, they are a game and a half in. And it looks like Christian Jones has about a 30-pin lead. So that's probably the only match that is starting to separate. Most of our matches are really close yet, as we are in the early stages of game 2. Again, everyone at this round gets a scholarship, and our bracket will go from 8 bowlers to 4. Then our 2-game matches in the semifinals will determine our 2 remaining bowlers who will bowl off for the title. Colton Miller with a double on lane 9. That match shows Colton now winning by 17 pins. Diana with a 48-pin lead at the moment, with 74 in the 6th. There's a double for Darren Zombro. Big shot there. Take back the lead in the match. here for Zombro. Makes a good shot, comes up a little bit high, leaving the 9-pin. I think he liked that shot. Diana picks up her spare.
Okay, so on the scratch match, all the way down on 3 and 4, Rizzo is shooting at a 5-pin here. If he makes it, which he did, he is up in this game by a pin. That means he's still down by 19 with 2 frames to go. Aiden, who was down by 14 after game 1, started this game with spare triple. And Desmond went open, strike, spare, strike. Maz is holding on to his 60-pin lead at the moment. Rizzo went 1, 2, 4. So I'm going to go down and catch the end of that match.
So we'll give you updates on our matches closest to the end of the first round. Jason updated you on 3 and 4, the match between tournament leader Amelia Lemanowitz and Justin Rizzo. They are entering, it looks like, the 10th frame of their second game. The other scratch match near the end is right here on your live stream. Darren Zombro III taking on Colton Miller. Colton leaving a 6-pin in the 9th. That match is almost dead even going into the 10th frame for the second game. In the first shot of the 10th for Darren Zombro. So that could make his match tough to pull off the victory. Our first handicap match will be ending down on 17 and 18. That's our 2 and 7 match. Maddie Murray and Christian Jones. Zombro gets 1, and he will finish with 364.
I keep turning my camera. Okay, so Amelia had the final 4 to shoot 203 and win, so she'll be on 11 and 12 in the next match. So we will see her.
And Colton Miller leaves the 4-7. He needed to strike on the first ball to win the match. So it looks like he will, Zombro will sneak out a victory in that match.
On the match right next to him, looks like Ty Carr looking to make a little bit of comeback. He's clean through 5 with 3 strikes in a row in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Massa hasn't really gotten on track. Spare strike, open, spare, spare. So Carr cutting into that 63-pin lead. On the handicap side, looks like Diana, the number 8 seed, will be moving on. Looks like Hunter's fallen on some hard times this game. If Paige could put up some strikes here, she could force Hunter to mark in the 10th, and that's not going to be an easy task right now for him. So Diana would be in the with decent count 440s. Giorgio at 369. So that's going to do it for the matches that are in front of us. I'm going to take the camera down for a minute, try to tighten it so it stops moving to the right. Just give me a sec with it. right, so it looks like Aiden Davis will be moving on. So he will be facing top seed Amelia Lamanowicz. Okay, on the handicap side, Hunter defeated Paige, Mason defeated Max, and Christian struck out in the 10th of the last game to beat Maddie by 20. So he needed a mark, and he got all three. So Ty Carr comes back after shooting 146 the first game and shoots 237 the second game to shoot 383. I believe that forces Mike to mark. Yes, it does. It forces Mike to mark. It's interesting. He goes high. He leaves a 6'10". So he's going to need to make this. You can see it stage left on the camera. He'll be shooting at a 6'10".
On what lane? 1-8.
There's deadwood in the gutter on 8, so we gotta get rid of the deadwood. So once again, Mike, after leading by 63 pins in game 1, will now need to make the spare to beat Ty Carr. Ty shooting a nice 237 game. Basically, it looked like he was flat-handing a bowling ball down the lane. Back in my day, you would have left a lot of 5.7s and 8.10s doing that. like icing yourself, having to wait for a pin to get removed out of the gutter. And he makes it. So he needs 2 pins now. And 10 will do it. 392, 383 victory for Mike Massa over Ty Carr. Good match. That was the match that had the largest deficit after game 1. It turned out to end up being the closest match of them all, I believe. I'm wrong. The Darren Zombro Colton match was 5 pins. So we have our matchups for round 2. The number 1 seed, Amelia Lamanowitz, will be taking on the number 4 seed, Aiden Davis. And the number 2 seed, Darren Zombro, will be taking on the number 6 seed, Mike Massa. The match you will see on lanes 11 and 12 is the Amelia Lamanowitz, Aiden Davis match. On the handicap side, we have the number 8 seed, Diana Schlager, going up against the number 5 seed, Hunter Griffin. Hunter will be giving Diana 15 pins a game. In the other match, Mason Matrazo will be facing the 3 seed, will be facing the 7 seed, Christian Jones. Christian will be getting 37 pins a game from Mason. On the handicap side, you will see the Mason-Christian match on 9 and 10. So we'll wait for Tournament Director Matt to give out some awards for those that will be leaving us. And then we'll make our way on to the semifinals.
Okay, so.
today's Halloween 8-game marathon, finishing in 8th place in the scratch division, getting a $40 scholarship. Certificate and medal goes to Justin Rizzo.
In the scratch division, your 8th place finisher, Justin Rizzo.
7th place finisher in the scratch division, getting a $40 scholarship and medal goes to Colton Miller.
Colton Miller, 7th place finisher.
6th place finisher, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate and medal goes to Desmond Brown.
Desmond Brown, 6th place finisher.
And our 5th place finisher in the scratch division, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate and medal goes to Ty Cara.
Ty Cara. We had 3 higher seeds make it through in the scratch division. In the handicap division, looks like we had 1 higher seed
Our
make
8th
it
place
through.
finisher in the handicap division, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate and medal goes to Max Murray.
Max Murray. Officially 8th place in the handicap division.
7th place finisher, $40 scholarship and medal to Paige Sierra.
Paige Sierra, 7th place finisher in the handicap division.
Sorry. 6th place finisher, getting a $40 scholarship and medal goes to Maddie Murray.
Maddie Murray, 6th place handicap division.
And officially our 5th place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate and medal goes to Giorgio Cipollone.
Giorgio Cipollone, 4th place in the handicap division.
Okay, on to our round of 4 semifinal matches. Names are already in the computer. We may begin practice.
All right, on to the final 4.
Handicap is on the left, scratch on the right.
Which means it's time to talk about upcoming events on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. As we discussed earlier, next week is our annual team tournament. Who has the best team in all the land? The requirements for next week are really simple. It's a 5-person team. Could be scratch, could be handicap, doesn't matter. But all members must bowl out of the same bowling center. All members must bowl out of the same bowling center. The winning teams in both scratch and handicap will receive, besides the scholarship for winning, Christian, don't worry about it. Just go. We'll take care of it. The winning team in each division, besides receiving scholarships for each bowler, they will receive $500 donation to their Junior League prize fund, courtesy of the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. If you want the discount, there is a discounted price for this event. If you want the discount, there has to be a $20 deposit made by midnight tonight on www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. So if you want the discount, head over to www.pjbtbowlingseries.com and put down your deposit. It doesn't matter if you have a full team yet or not. You have a whole week to get a team. But if you know you're going to be putting a team in, put down a deposit so you save yourselves some money. Bowling center for that event will be Leisure Lanes, or return to Leisure Lanes. We haven't been there for a couple of years. Definitely looking forward to getting back there. One of my favorite bowling centers to go to. The following week, Sunday, November 14th, is our first under 21 doubles event. Under 21 doubles. That's at Suburban Bowlerama. Once again, that's an event that you could get a discount if you put down $20. You have until midnight next Sunday to put down $20 to reserve your spot. We can only take 60 teams for that tournament, so I would definitely suggest, if you plan on bowling that tournament, to get your spot reserved. Do not get shut out of that event, because once again, we can only take 60 teams, so do not get shut out. Once again, that's Suburban Bowlerama on the 21st, or on Sunday, November 14th, sorry. On the 21st, we have our Adult Junior at Limerick. Adult Junior at Limerick, our yearly Adult Junior down at, I guess we should call it Bolero Limerick Lanes now. That's also an event that you could get a discount if you pay the $20 deposit ahead of time. And rounding out the month of November, we have our third of our series of girls-only tournament. This tournament will be coming to you from 222 Dutch Lanes in Ephrata. That's Sunday, November 28th, start time 10:30. I do want to make a note. It's way in advance, and you'll certainly get a lot of reminders for this. Our fourth girls tournament on November the 19th has been moved up a day to Saturday, December 18th. So our fourth girls-only tournament is moving from Sunday, December 19th to Saturday, December 18th. Please make a note of that. And those are your upcoming events on the PJBT. You can download a copy of the schedule if you'd like at our website at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. That's www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. We use Facebook as our general means of getting all of our information out. If you have not joined our Facebook page yet, please do so at PJBT Youth Information page. That's PJBT Youth Information page. And if this is your first time joining us on YouTube, where you been all this time? If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And if you have your notifications turned on, you will be notified each and every time we go live on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. Down to Matt.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin the round of 4, our semifinal matches. On your left will be the handicap division. So on live streams on 9 and 10, you're going to see Mason Matrazo taking on Christian Jones. Just to their left, it'll be Hunter Griffin versus Diana Schlager. The winners of those two matches will bowl each other for the title. On the right hand, on the scratch side, we have on live stream your top seed, Amelia Lamanowitz, taking on number 4 seed, Aiden Davis. Just to the right, you'll have number 2 seed, Darren Zombro III, taking on number 6 seed, Mike Maffa. Winners of each match will then bowl each other for the title. Bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our semifinalists.
All right, off we go. Reminder on the handicap side, Hunter will be giving Diana 15 pins a game. And Mason will be giving Christian 37 pins a game. So this time handicap is on our left, scratch is on our right. So on the left we are watching the 3 versus 7 matchup, and on the right we are watching the 1 versus 4 matchup. So Amelia Lamanowitz starting us off. Beautiful form of lefty. She's really coming into her own. She was, I believe, a regular bowler on Chuck Pisano's JBT tour. Now that he retired, she is now a regular on the PJBT. Hayden Davis now up for his first shot. He trips to 7-10. Mason with the spare in the first. Make sure you leave enough room that Mac can get in there. This is our first look at Christian Jones. He goes in high in the first, leaves himself to 6-10. Lower 7 for Aiden. Christian does not convert. Aiden converts his spare. Amelia up now. She's working off of a strike. That's 2. Mason Matrazo. This is the head pin to the right, but he just leaves the 1-2. Easy conversion. We'll see if he can bring it in. Million. Got that shot in a bit. Leaves the 4-7. Which she converts. Mason converts his spare. Aiden with his second strike. Mason missed the head pin right again. This time he left another pin up with it. 1-2-4.
I do want to point out as we go into the semifinal matches here on the scratch side, our bowlers who have won the first 6 events of the season, both Aiden winning the first 3, Darren winning the next 3, they are both still remaining in the final 4.
Darren doubled. Amelia now in fourth. There's a beautiful shot, gets the 10 pin out. The way this match is starting, this is going to be, you know what, when we have these brackets, there's always that one match somewhere that's really, really high scoring, and neither bowler deserves to lose. This may be that match.
Well, and to Amelia's credit, she's going to be tough. I mean, she was the one who consistently bowled well all day today. I mean, when I don't know, I didn't look at her scorecard in depth, but I know at least through the first four or five games, she was over 200 every game.
She
That
was
was
first five, I believe.
first five, and that was a challenge today. I mean, ultimately, this Sphinx pattern, 40 feet, played very tricky.
Yes.
You can change it. You don't have to do it. Okay. Then you have, on the handicap side, you have Diana, who snuck in as the number 8 seed, taking down our tournament leader in match 1, taking on Hunter Griffin, who's been very hot. He's won the last 2 weeks, I believe it was? No, I'm sorry, he won at Burke's.
Yes.
And he finished second, I believe, last week.
He's been in the finals the last couple weeks.
Yes, he won, so he has a top 2 finish in the last 2 weeks. And then you have our match here with Mason Matrazo and Christian Jones. So, interesting, the 1, 2, 4, and 6 in scratch advance. So only one higher seed, only one higher seed lost their first match. But on the handicap side, we have 3, 5, 7, and 8. So Mason Matrazo was actually the only higher seed to win his match.
Interesting.
In the first round.
In scratch, the 3 seed was the one that lost, and in handicap, the 3 seed was the one that won.
That is correct.
Aiden on a triple, looking for 4 in a row. Comes in a tad bit high, leaves himself a 4 pin, should easily convert.
Matrazo crosses over, missing the head pin to the left, leaves the 1, 3, 6. He'll look to convert his spare. Meanwhile, on our scratch match to the right, Zombro has started off with strike, 2 spares and a double, and he leads the match by about 12 pins. Matrazo picks up his spare.
Amelia comes in light, leaves herself a 3 pin.
Jones missing the head pin to the right, leaves the 1, 2, 4. He'll look to convert his spare. And Jones able to get his spare, so second spare of the match for him.
Amelia converts.
She trails by 23 rather, early in the first game. Mike Massa off to the right, lefty washout, 1, 2, 4, 10, but he converts his spare, so that helps him stay in the match.
Oh,
Light hit strike.
yep.
For Christian Jones. 68 in the 6th for him. He has a 24-pin lead. He'll be cut to 14 here with a strike by Mason.
And crossing over. He's 6-man.
And Mason crosses over for the Jersey strike. That's his first strike of the match. And now he trails by 14. On our scratch match to the right, 13 and 14, Darren Zombro came up high, leaving the 6, 9, 10. He'll look to convert, but he only gets one. Takes out the 9 pin, leaves the 6 and the 10. 142 in the 7th for Darren, open frame. So the scoreboard shows him up 45 at the moment, but Massa can cut that basically in half with a strike on the next shot.
Davis crossing over again. Same result. Leaves another 6-pin. So he definitely got the last 2 shots in.
And that excitement you heard to the left, Hunter Griffin with a strike. His first strike of the match. Diana leads by 16 over Hunter Griffin, heading into the 9th frame of the first game.
Aiden converts. Mazza did get a strike in the 7th. Amelia, solid 7.
And Griffin with back-to-back doubles off to your left. Big double for him in the 8th and 9th foundation frames, leading to the 10th. Off to the right, Mike Massa leaves a 3-pin in an 8th frame after getting a strike in the 7th. That match has tightened up to just 7 pins, separating the two of them. Again, tell your friends to tune in. This is the semifinals of our 8-bowler bracket. We are down to 4 for the PJBT 7th event of the season, our 8-game marathon qualifier event today for Halloween Sunday. We are at Jordan Lanes here in Whitehall, PA, here in Allentown.
Diana in the handicap division, she struck in the 9th, splits in the 10th. Mazza, for the second time this match, misses a single pin.
Yep, that'll put him at 135 in the 8th. Davis with a strike.
He's up by 21 heading into the 10th. Mason with a strike. Spare in the 8th. He leads by 20.
And Hunter Griffin with another strike.
Three in a
That's
row.
3 in a row for him.
He'll now take the lead.
Good shot from Mason Matrazo. Ball just coming up early, leaving the 3-6. He'll look to spare it up. Aiden starts the 10th frame. Comes up high, 4-pin. He can win game 1 of his match by sparing here and getting a strike. Zombro off to your right. Open, back-to-back opens in the 7th and 8th frames, but he strikes in the 9th. He can strike out for 211. Massa can only shoot 195. So it looks like Darren will win game 1 of that match.
Davis converts, so he could shoot 217.
Griffin with an awesome game of 175 scratch, 242 with his handicap. And that will give him game number 1 by 26 pins as they head into game number 2. Okay, to win game 1 for Aiden, he gets a 10 pin, so 216. So now Amelia can strike out and tie him in game number 1.
She gets the first. Looked like she took a little bit off that ball to give it a little time to work.
Seven count for Christian Jones. He'll finish with 119 scratch, 191 with his handicap. Matrazo already at 190, so he will lead after game 1. Massa off to the right after going open in the 8th, open in the 9th, now leaves the 1-2-10 in the 10th.
Monowitz doubles, so if she strikes here, her and Aiden will be tied after game 1.
Matrazo with a strike, so he leads the match after game 1. And this is a 2-game match, total pins, single elimination. Massa misses his spare. He'll finish with 152 as he finishes with 3 opens in the 8th, 9th, and 10th frame.
Amelia got 9, so she shoots 215.
So a 1-pin lead for Aiden Davis as they head to game number 2. Another strike for Mason Matrazo, extending his lead. And for Zombro, who already won his first game, he leaves a 6-10. So spare strike, he'll be at 191, and he'll have a 39 pin lead.
Yep.
He gets 1 in the 10th. So I got to change the score.
Matrazo shoots 217, so he'll have a 26-pin lead. We're off and running in game 2.
So Zombro wins his match 179 to 152, putting him up 27 pins after game 1. And we roll into game number 2.
Amelia came in high, got lucky just to lead the 6 pin. She converts. What?
The cards.
Matrazo comes in high, frame 1, leaves the 3-6. Amelia keeps getting that 10 out. Zombro starts with a big 4. Mazza struck. Hunter, 2 spares to start. Diana, 2 splits to start. Davis comes in high, pays the price. Leaves the 4-10. Zombro got 2 out of the big 4. Davis gets the 1. Matrazo, back-to-back spares to open up. Zombro leaves a washout, follows up his big 4 with a washout. Christian goes strike and then puts him to the boards that don't hook. Four pin for Davis. Christian goes strike, gutter, spare. Davis makes his 4 pin.
On our match to the right in scratch, Mike Massa has started with a double. Darren Zombro has gone split open in the first and then open in the second. So Zombro has 17 in the second.
Romanowitz with a double. Hunter Griffin. They split in the fourth. He had gone spare, open, and now split. His opponent started out with 3 opens, 2 of them being splits. So Romanowitz up in the fourth, trying to triple, put some pressure on her opponent. Yeah, she yanked that one. That's going to cross over and carry. Lucky break. Matrazo up in the third, comes in light, 2-4-10. Mike Mazza on the other scratch match, just off camera to our right, put up a triple to start. Let's see what Zombro could do. He has now opened 4 straight frames, I believe. He left a bucket. Davis now up. He comes in high, leaves a 6 pin. So all of a sudden, our two bowlers that have been dominating the scratch division are facing some adversity all of a sudden.
Yes, in the second game.
Zombro open again, missing the bucket. I believe he finished last match. I believe it was 2 straight opens. Now he started with 3 straight opens this. Davis.
He did have a 27-pin cushion going
Yes.
into his match.
That
but
cushion's gone.
Yeah, that cushion has gone away with the 3 open frames.
Davis in a better position. At least he's marking. That's better for Zombro.
I got it.
There's a strike for Davis in the 5th.
On our scratch match to the right, it'll be interesting to see here. Now Massa steps up 3 in a row. He's taken control of that match since his opponent got 3 opens.
Lamanowitz comes in high, leaves just the 6 pin.
Massa comes in high, leaves the 3-10.
Christian Jones with a spare. Lamanowitz misses. So that could wind up being a big miss. It did not look like she took her time at all on that spare. Looks like she just got up and threw the ball. Gotta take your time. That could really change this match around. And it looked like she didn't take her time there too. Looks like she's changing some tape. She converts. So we'll see if that miscue on that single pin comes back to haunt her. A good bowler here. Davis is on a strike. A good bowler will throw up a double right here and take advantage of that.
And off to the right, Mike Massa, after getting a triple, he opened in the 4th, 86. He gets a strike in the 5th, so he'll maintain the lead in that match. In handicap, off to the left, Diana Schlager struggling in game 2. She only has 42 in the 5th, and she has a 6 count on her first shot of the 6th frame.
That's exactly what Aiden Davis does. He throws up a double. Now he wrestles the lead back. And it sounded like Zombro fouled,
Yes, the foul light did go off,
and he struck.
so he will have to take the foul and try to pick up a spare.
Which, if his dad was here, he would tell us how many times he fouled today.
Eight miss for Christian Jones, 65 in the 5th. The scoreboard shows him with a 52-pin lead at the moment. Now big shot here for Davis, looking to make it 3 in a row. And he gets it. So good recovery. 3 strikes in a row for him.
So So if both bowlers strike out right now, they tie at 247, and Aiden Davis would win by a pin. But Lamanowitz splits.
I want to point out that Zombro, after his foul, did get all 10 for a spare. He was on a strike, so it didn't have any effect on his score. So 46 in the fourth for him with a spare, still showing him down by 40. Lamanowitz, who had the lead in this match early of this game.
Yep, she needs.
Leads a
What she
split.
really needs to do is take a breath and re-rack. Take a re-rack here. All right.
There's a good shot. Good recovery ball.
Zombro converts the baby split. So if Davis could put up 2 strikes here, that would be pretty much the death nail.
Griffin makes his spare on lane 8 to your left. Right now he has a 28-pin lead as he enters the 8th frame of the second game. Big 4-in-a-row shot there for Davis.
It looks like he got that one a little bit in, but it helped.
NASA with a double. So NASA goes triple, open double in this second game. He entered the game trailing by 27. He is now up 42. Davis gets a good break there. Pulled that shot a little bit inside target. Ball crossed over.
Grab that one just a little.
5 in a row for him. So it's do or die time for Amelia. Pretty much needs to strike out to give herself a chance. Foundation 9th. She's working on a strike. She makes a good shot, real good shot.
Yep.
Leaves a 7-pin.
Which is pretty much going to end her day.
Yeah, she needs to spare it and strike out, and then she's going to need a lot of help.
Mazza leaves a 6-10, which he converts. Amelia makes her spare, so she could strike out for 203, which would give her 418. Zombro comes in high, leaves the 6-pin. Amelia gets a strike.
She seems dialed in on the left lane. The right lane is the lane that gave her trouble.
Hunter Griffin will be moving on in the handicap to the final. Opponent still yet to be determined, but Mason Matraza right now does have the lead. That's officially going to end Amelia's day. Christian gets a strike in the 8th. He needed that. He's down by about 35.
And it looks like Hunter Griffin will advance on the handicap side as he has a 50-pin lead going into the 10th frame.
Zombra went spare, in the 7th and 8th. Christian leaves a 1-2-4. If he makes this and then strikes out, he could shoot 4-11. He makes in the 9th. So Mason will be looking for 1 mark in 2 frames. Davis opens in the 10th, 429. So 429 to 408.
Well, Aiden has made it to the title match. Let's see if Darren can make it on the scratch side. He still trails by, the board says by 50. His second game, he can only strike out for 182. He had a 27-hit lead, so his opponent cannot shoot more than 209. Massa is on pace to strike spare out for 213. So he's got some room there.
Matrazo did get that mark. Now he just needs good count. Mazza with a strike in the 9th, getting closer. Matrazo with 8, that's enough.
Hunter Griffin wins his match 459 to 376, so he will advance to the final.
He will take on the 3 seed, Mason Matrazo. He doesn't know it yet, but he shut out his opponent. And he makes the spare.
Darren needs to strike out here to shoot 182 to force Mike to show up in the 10th. He misses the head to the right, and that will put him in the 160s.
Sounded like he fouled again.
He did.
So on the scratch side, we will have the 4 seed Aiden Davis against the 6 seed Mike Mazza. And on the handicap side, we will have the 3 seed Mason Matrazo against the 5 seed Hunter Griffin. If you had that in your block pool, go collect your winnings. When you had that 8, in case you didn't get it, when you left 5-10, if you even got none, you already had it. When you got none, he struck out, you beat him by 2. All right, 423, 395. Matrazo over Jones. No, he could not have.
So he shot 130.
Very nice meeting you. Just spend the day with him. That's what I'm saying. After he made it.
Okay, what did Massa have? 221. Yeah.
Better to me.
Well, it's always better to make it.
It's more impressive, especially on the live stream. Especially on that peak shot. You're getting old. You're in the live stream, so you gotta press the beat. That's all the hands at home. I gotta sit there and add it in my head and figure out, especially when you're bowling it in the air.
Mike, you're going to be where we are on 9 and 10. You're going to be on 11 and 12. Take it away, Matt.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal matches for today's marathon event. Finishing in fourth in the scratch division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Darren Zombro III.
Darren Zombro III. Fourth place in scratch.
And our third place finisher in the scratch division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Amelia Lamanowitz.
Amelia Lamanowitz. Third place in scratch.
Our fourth place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Diana Schwager.
Diana Schwager, fourth place in handicap.
And our third place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and award goes to Christian Jones.
Christian Jones, officially third place in handicap.
All right, on to our two-game title matches.
All right, on to the finals. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
I know.
Griffin and Matrazo, 11 and 12. I will set you all up. Just give me a second.
There's fine, not working skin. Well, it'll only be if the light shows up.
On his head?
Yeah. No, there's fine. There's fine.
You know what? I'll have a lot more energy in the car.
I thought I had a shot. He made a split and an attack.
I have opened every frame up to finish.
All right.
Alright, so it looks like we're just about ready to get the final started. Looks like Mason will be giving Hunter 32 pins a game.
Interview again. Sure. And I don't have any shirt on.
You have to take the 7 out of Mike's score.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin our two-game title match for today's PJBT. On the scratch side, we have number 4 seed, Aiden Davis, taking on number 6 seed, Mike Massa. On the handicap side, we have number 3 seed, Mason Matrazo, 35 pins handicap, taking on number 5 seed, Hunter Griffin, getting 67. Okay? Let's have a nice hand, bowling fans, for our title matches.
All right, away we go. We got the 4 verse 6 on the scratch, 3 verse 5 on the handicap. Davis starting us off. Comes in light, mixes them up for a strike. Matrazo going left. Crossing over. Got that back pin out. Leaves just the 1, the 3, the 6, and the 10. Mazza with a strike. Evens up that match. Matrazo makes the spare. Not always the easiest spare to make. Sitting directly to my left is Ty Carr, who had a really good, impressive game too. Almost came back to beat his opponent. Kind of looked like he was just throwing the ball flat-handed there in game 2. It worked. Shot a nice 237, which was actually probably one of the highest gains today on this pattern. Not the easiest of patterns. And the strikes frame 2. Hunter Griffin missed the head pin left his first frame. He's shooting the 1, 3, 6. And he makes it. Bounces the head pin off the wall. Aiden Davis in front of the ball return. That worked well. Hunter crossing over, even though he's right-handed, crossing over to the Brooklyn side, to his pocket side. First strike. Hey, Carter, did you ever throw back the ball when you were younger? Are you sure about that? Back when you were like 6? Maybe you should have. Matrazo up now, frame 2. That looks pretty good. 4 pin, nice shot. Opening 3-bagger for Aiden Davis. Match is on the scratch side. X is up on the board. Matrazo with his second spare. So everybody's clean so far. Now that I said that, you know what's going to happen. From Mazza. Matrazo making the 1, 3, 6, 10 in the first. Now he's going to try the other side. 1, 2, 4, 7 in the third. With the spare. Matrazo staying clean. Hunter this time can only get 3, but he's on a strike. See you the next time. Hunter gets 6. So 3-6. Not so bad when you're on a single strike. Magic cannot convert the 369 that he left. Hunter Griffin puts up his second strike in the match. Aiden Davis, front 4. Mason Matrazo comes back, puts up a strike in his match. He's clean through 4. Matrazo breaks up the split. Front 5 for Davis. What's our 300 pot at? 400 and what?
4. Tell you in a moment. 478.
478. Highest it's been in a long time.
And let me point out, that's not because we haven't had 300 games. It is because the people who shoot 300 are not in the 300 pot.
Yes. I know of 2 for sure.
So,
You did
if
that one? Good job there, Ty.
next week at the team tournament would be over $500 if it's not hit today.
Mike Mazza comes off of his open with a strike. Hunter Griffin, good shot. Leaves just the 10 pin. We'll see if he can convert. Which he does. Not sure what Mike was doing there. But he leaves the 136 by Hunter. Crossed over to leave the 5-8. Hunter puts up another spare. So does Mike. run by Matrazo, not quite picking up the spare. Aiden makes his. Back-to-back splits for Mason Matrazo. Aiden struck in the 7th. Hunter in the 7th, got a 5 count. And Mike Mauer crossing over.
Well, if you're Mike, you want to just try to keep this match as close as possible. That's why it's a 2-game match. Griffin makes a spare.
You see it quite often in this tournament, and then when we do the bracket survivor tournament where there are 2-game matches, a lot of times the bowler who's ahead after 1 does not end up winning.
Yeah, this is true.
Mike doubles, triples actually. Let's restate, he does double. I'm seeing things, Todd. Long day. All right, Hunter's string of marks, consecutive ends of 4. He's got a decent sized lead though. Matrazo with a strike.
Good spare for Aiden. So Aiden can still shoot 258 for this first game. NASA can shoot 233. Once again, it's 2 games, total pins. Trazo comes up high, 3, 9, 10. Trazo with a great shot. Yep, great conversion there for the 3, 9, 10. That could go a long way in the match at some point. Good shot there for Mike. 3 in a row for him.
So he could still shoot 233 this game. Assuming for a moment he does, and Aiden doesn't strike first ball in the 10th, it's a single pin match.
Correct.
Assuming, regardless whether Aiden makes a spare or not. Hunter made the 3-5-6.
Yes, and he actually is ahead by 31 because scratch-wise he's only trailing by 1 pin going into the 10th frame. So with this difference in handicap, he's leading by 31. So it does look like he will win game 1 of his match. He shoots 156 with his handicap 223.
We talked about him striking out in the 10th, and then he went split and open.
Giving Aiden the lead. Now let's see how much he can extend that lead going into the second game. Matrazo with a 6 count, first ball of the 10th. Does not convert a spare, so he gets 155 with his handicap 190.
He's going to have a lot of work to do.
And that will give a 33-pin lead to Hunter Griffin as they begin game number 2. Go ahead. Yep.
And he's getting 32 pins.
So essentially he's up 65 at the beginning of the match, scratch-wise. Yep. So Matrasso has to beat him by 65. Davis picks up his spare. He'll be in the 230s, and that will give him a 39 or 39 pin lead with a strike. Once again, you are watching the final 2-game matches of today's PJBT at Jordan Lanes in Whitehall, PA. Our 8-game marathon qualifier, the top 8 to the finals. Single elimination 2-game matches. Davis gets 7 count, 235, so he'll carry a 36-pin lead into the second game of the match. You can go ahead. Yep.
Well, if you're Mason, that's how you want to start.
Yep. Mason starts with a strike. That's what he's got to do. He's got to get an early lead. See if he can make up some ground. Massa starts with a strike also. So both of our bowlers behind in their matches start with a strike. So good start. Trasso crosses over 139. We'll look to see if he can convert the spare. up light, leaves a 2-8. Again, it's important for him to keep the board clean. Trasso picks up his spare. Good shot for Hunter, gets 9, leaves the 8 pin. Starts with a spare for Davis. Again, our winner today will take home a $250 scholarship and the acrylic trophy.
Hunter now up in the third.
Same shot.
Yeah.
9 spare in the second, leaves the 8 pin again in the third. Davis with a strike in the second. Griffin not able to convert his spare in the third, but 37 in the third. So this is where it's important for Mason to just fill frames. Marks and frames. He'll make up pins quickly if he marks and strikes here and there. Go a long way to that total.
That's 8.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Just came in a little bit high. 4-7. Again, this Sphinx pattern today, 40 feet in length. But again, as everybody knows, patterns play, wood will cause the ball to hook a little bit more than your average surface. So a little more friction out there than you typically see with a challenge pattern, but it made it also very tricky. So good spare there from Matrazo. Massa leaves a 7 pin, which officially makes it that the $478 will carry over to our big bowling center championship tournament next week. And I would advise every one of our bowlers next week to have their $1 in the pot, because it will be over $500 next week for a 300.
I might even get in it.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't see anything in the rules that says PJBT tournament staff can't get in that.
Well, we'll just have to get you a driver's license that shows you under the age of 21.
Done.
Miss spare there for Massa, 28 in the second. Matrazo leaves the 5-9, but again, a spare would put him already ahead in the game. But he gets 1,
Yeah.
chops it. So 65 in the fourth for him. That's a tough one.
And you could almost see it right off his hand that it was a little bit inside where he wanted to go with it.
Good shot there from Massa, good recovery shot. And there's a strike for Hunter Griffin. So Hunter looking for his second title of the season. Again, this is our final game of the 2-game final matches. Point out that there's so much friction out there at this point. Aiden standing in front of the ball return on the right lane with a 3-step approach. Puts up the double.
And right now, that's a bonus. Anytime he could strike on that right lane is a bonus for him. It's hard for pros to keep their timing right when they're standing in front of the ball return. Griffin back-to-back marks. Aiden Davis back-to-back strikes. I'm going to say I'm still up.
I lost.
Crosses over, leaves at 5'9". Mason Matrazo comes in light, leaves 1-2-8. Mike converts. We'll see if Mason can convert. He does. Problem is, both bowlers are running out of frames because their opponents are not giving them a chance to get back in the match. Crosses over for a strike. Matrazo crosses over for a strike. Aiden with 4 in a row.
Who is there?
Aiden Davis puts up his 5th strike in a row. Hunter Griffin gets 9. Mike Madsen comes in high. Baby split. Hunter Griffin makes his spare. Alright, so if Mason Matrazo wants any chance to win, he's going to have to put up some X's starting right now. He's out of strike going into the 7th. Let's see if he could double and then triple. Mike Mazza opens in the 6th. He's got 295. And he's down by 80 with 4 frames to go, and Aiden Davis is on 5 in a row. don't think I need to tell you what kind of trouble he's in right now. Petrazo did not strike in the 7th. He left a 2-pin. Came in a little light. Got lucky not to leave a 2-10.
Petrazo picks up his spare. So scratch-wise, he is 24 ahead. With the handicap difference, the game is almost even. But Mason is still down about 40 total from the first game. 3 frames to go. Anything could happen yet. Massa picks up his spare.
Petrazo. Washout. With a double, Aiden Davis will end with a title victory. 4-pin.
Pretty solid shot for him.
Yes.
Petrazo gets 2. 129 in the 8th for him.
So the best he could do is 414. Hunter Griffin already at 381 plus whatever he gets here. Best Mike Mazik could do is 405. And Aiden Davis already at 404.
And Hunter Griffin with a strike.
So it looks like within the next frame we'll be able to move these bowlers along. Aiden Davis, officially your winner. Aiden. Once he throws in 9, just go. Yeah. So as soon as Mason doesn't strike here, that match is over as well. Actually, he's got 421 already, so that match is over. The best he could choose is 414.
All right, so it looks like we're going to crown Aiden Davis winning his 4th title of the season out of 7 events. And it looks like Hunter Griffin will take home his 2nd title of the PJBT season. So, what a start to the season for Aiden Davis. 4 out of 7 events, titles. And Hunter Griffin getting his second title as he won the one ball event at Berks Lanes earlier in the season.
So Hunter Griffin with a 448-380 victory over Mason Matrazo. Aiden Davis should be in the 490s. 493. Matt to hand out our awards for our first and second place finishers, and then we'll have some interviews and then wrap it up. You are watching Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour 8-game marathon live from Jordan Lanes in Whitehall, Pennsylvania.
I can't wait to play
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes today's 8-game Halloween marathon event here at Jordan Lanes in Whitehall, PA. I want to thank our Families Pro Shop for sponsoring today's event. Our runner-up finishers in the scratch division, getting a $125 scholarship. Certificate and award goes to Mike Massa.
Mike Massa, runner-up. In the scratch division.
Our handicap runner-up finisher, getting a $125 scholarship. Certificate and award goes to Mason Matrazo.
Mason Matrazo, runner-up in the handicap division.
Okay, now to crown our champions in the scratch division. Getting his 4th title already this season in 7 events, a $250 scholarship, and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Aiden Davis.
Aiden Davis, your winner today.
Yes, it is. Double check.
Hey Aiden, take your sweatshirt
And our
off.
winner in the handicap division, getting his 2nd title of the year, $250 scholarship, certificate and award goes to Hunter Griffin.
Hunter Griffin, your champion in the handicap division.
Congratulations. All right, we'll get a picture with our winners and we'll send them back
set up the camera for some interviews.
Can you take a picture there? Okay. All right. Put you right here for the plate is good. That one. Yep. Okay. Congratulations. All right. What are your other Jason?
All right, give me a second here, Hunter. Scooch closer to me. All right, looking good. And we are here with our handicap division champion today, Hunter Griffin. Congratulations. Second title.
Yeah.
Won at Bolero Burks in the one ball tournament a couple weeks ago. Got to interview you then. Got to
Yeah.
interview you now. I got a special Halloween treat for you. Got some Smarties. Hope you can
Oh,
have
I
them.
love these.
Oh, you love them. Cool. So, pretty difficult pattern out there today. You made it look
Yeah.
pretty easy. You made a lot of marks in your 6 games of bowling here. What was the key today?
The key.
The key. So what was it that made you mark all the time?
I focused on my mark,
Okay.
and I try not to throw it in the gutter.
That's always good not to try to throw in the gutter, sure. Bet you that worked a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you bowl your junior leagues from?
Junior league.
Yes, do you bowl junior leagues like on a Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Where do you bowl?
At Leisure Lane.
Leisure Lanes. Huh, that sounds familiar. Wonder where we're going to be next week.
Yeah. I'm doing that.
You going to be on a team next week?
Yeah.
Are you? Got your team already?
Yeah.
Really? So am I going to be interviewing you guys all again at the end of next week?
Maybe.
Cool. That's a tough tournament to win. We haven't had this tournament for a couple of years because of what's going on in the world these
Dad.
days. So it was interesting. You were in the match, in your matches. It was your first match. Right in the thick of things, you went, Dad, what time is it? Why in the world did you ask your dad at that point in time what time it was?
Because if it was late, I can't play my VR headset. I just got.
So you were more concerned about that than winning a bowling tournament, or did you just know you were going to win anyway, so it really didn't matter?
I mean,
I thought that was funny. It made me laugh. So how many years have you been bowling for?
maybe about 2-3
2?
years.
Not bad. What do you average?
A 125.
Soon time to re-rate you up. That means less handicap for you.
Oh,
Soon time to go into the scratch division. What do you think?
maybe when I'm older.
Couple years?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who do you want to thank? Besides your dad for bringing you just about every week, who else would you like to thank?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom.
Your mom? Who drills your bowling balls? That you should thank them.
Mr. May.
Mr. May? Frankie May?
Yeah.
Or Ryan May?
Frankie May.
Frankie May? We know Frankie. Okay. Anybody else? Maybe you should thank maybe the guys that run this bowling tour? Except for me, of course. You don't need to thank me.
Alright.
Should want to thank them too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how are you going to celebrate?
Play my VR headset.
Play your VRs.
And eat McDonald's.
Oh, and eat McDonald's. What are you going to get from McDonald's?
Fries and chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, of course. Of course.
And a milkshake.
Oh, and a milkshake. You going to dump the fries in the milkshake?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. All right. Well, I'm sure you'll be sitting back here with me a few more times this season. At least let's hope you are. Taking home his second title this season. We'll see him again next week bowling on the Leisure Lanes team. Mr. Hunter Griffin, congratulations. Happy Halloween.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
And just somehow he knew to show up.
I guess, yeah.
We've done this a few times.
Yeah,
A couple 2-3.
yeah.
Or 4?
This is 4.
Your scratch division champion today, Mr. Aiden Davis. Congratulations.
Thank
Got
you.
a Halloween treat for you, too.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
What is it?
Hopefully you like these. If you don't like them, oh well.
I
Give
love
them away.
Smarties. Yeah,
There you
they're
go.
my favorite.
There you go. So look at that. In the bag that said PA Fast. Look at that. Look at that. I made a post last night for people to bring me Halloween candy, and only one person did. Thank you, Fettermans. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't bring any. That's my fault. See, Mike.
I should have let them. I should have did whatever I needed to do to put her on top of this tournament for bringing me Halloween candy. So, are you going to win the next 3 now? Is that how this is going to work? You win 3, Zombro wins 3, you win 3, Zombro wins 3. Is that how this is
I
gonna
hope
play
so.
out all
I mean, I
season?
hope I win all of them, not
Oh.
just 3 on, 3 off.
Well, then we're just going to call this the Aiden Davis Tour.
If you say so.
So, Sphinx pattern.
Yeah.
7 loads in the front, and there would seem to be, at least early, a lot of hook in the back.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you attack it first off? How did it change? Like, how did you attack it early compared to how did you attack it, let's say, like game 6 and then towards the end?
Like in the beginning, in practice of qualifying, I tried playing right with urethane. That didn't work.
Didn't
at all.
work very well.
Yeah, not very well.
No.
And then at the start of qualifying, I was throwing the Triton Elite. I was pretty far in, and eventually towards the, I think it was 5th game, I really had a good look with the arrow, getting way in, and then in the finals, I eventually got far enough left and was able to waft the heads. So.
Got ya. So, being the caliber bowler that you are, do you look at the lane graph sheet or no?
I honestly don't.
No?
No.
Interesting. Do you think it would help if you did?
Probably, yeah.
Do you know how to read a lane graph sheet?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I really don't know.
No? You know, there was this guy, I forget what his name is, but he has his own YouTube channel, might be called Fats TV, that did a whole show on how to read lane graph sheets
Okay.
not too long ago. You might want to check that out.
I'll check it out, yeah.
You might want to check that out. Huh, interesting. Be very, yeah,
I will.
yeah. I mean, it's not like you needed help to win. So I noticed you showed me today you're getting a couple new shirts. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I gotta try and find stuff to talk about because I'm talking to you about everything.
Just about, yeah.
So, in about 3 weeks or so, practice will start for your high school bowling.
Yeah, we're actually starting open gyms this week. Or it's
Yeah.
called that, but
Right. Yeah.
just go out and it's voluntary.
Yes. It's got to be voluntary through like
Yeah.
the 18th or something like that. How's the team gonna look this year? Any idea?
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good?
I mean, I'm hoping I should be around 230, and then I have another guy at 220, and then the other 3 are around 190 to 20.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid team.
That should win Division 2 pretty easily.
Yeah. Hoping to win counties and do well at regionals to go to states this year.
Of
so.
course, yes. Yes. I should be there to watch a lot of that this year. Should
Sounds
get,
good.
Get the chance. Got to watch Team Fats members.
Yeah.
Got to root you on. Root you on. So, who do you want to thank?
First dad for bringing me out and coaching me, going out there every week,
Which
taking
one?
me to practice.
Oh, him. Wait, which one's Dad? Is Daddy here today?
Yeah, he's right there. Ryan for drawing up my stuff.
Ryan who?
Ryan May, of
Yep.
course.
Okay.
And,
so both of our champions today got their stuff drilled at May's Pro Shop. How about that?
Oh, he does?
He's done at leisure, so.
Oh, Frank, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. And of course, friends for coming out, supporting and watching, and family watching back home. So
That's cool. That's really cool. All right. Taking home his 4th title. I have a feeling I'm going to be interviewing him about some stuff again as the season goes
Hope
on.
so.
Just have that feeling. Mr. Aiden Davis.
Thank
Do
you.
we know what the record is for titles in a season?
No, but I can get that
Or
for you.
I could get it too on the website. I think
Keep
we're gonna.
winning, we'll just keep worrying about it then.
I think we're gonna have to look that up.
Probably. I would think so.
So another great event.
Another good event
always.
today. We want to thank everybody for coming out on Halloween Sunday. So we don't have a singles event now for a couple of weeks. So big event next week. Next week we have the Team Bowling Center Championship Team Tournament. We will be at Leisure Lanes in Lancaster. We have about 20-some teams already signed up, and we expect a lot more to come in this week. So get your teams signed up in advance.
For the great event, we're going to give out $1,000 to our local junior leagues, $500 to the team who wins scratch, and $500 donation to the team that wins handicaps. So
Last time we did this, we certainly didn't do it in 20 because of COVID. Did we do it
yes,
in 19?
we did in 2019, and we had about 30 some teams that year. So I suspect that will be about the same this year. So make sure you get your teams in. And don't forget, 2 weeks from today, we have our first doubles event of the season. And 3 weeks from today, we have our second adult junior and major of the season. So lots of big events coming up in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you come out and join us on the lanes. Check us out on the website for upcoming events.
All right. That's about going to do it.
That's going to do it. Time to go home and see how the kids are doing collecting candy.
Are you going to bring some to my house, I hope?
Not sure. I'm hoping they give me their candy. But we'll see.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But all right, everybody, have a great evening, and we'll see you next week.
All of us here at the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, we will see you 1 week from today on our return to Leisure Lane.
At our return to leisure.
See ya.
See ya.